my God, it's so horrible to watch. I think the worst crime is that they pick strawberries over chocolate coins for a start.
What's all that about?
Unbelievable. Can you believe they did that, Kieran?
Right, first of all, the most genius thing about this show is the fact that Amir Khan, who's an absolute legend, you've got him dressed as a pussycat. Then the fact that they do the thing and they decide to do this. To me, it's like growing up with your brother or a friend and they're like, let's do something naughty. But then once Iain was like, we need to confess, I felt like Amir was a bit like your friend or your brother that would be like, no, please, I know we did it, but please don't tell. So I thought it was genius, so it's brilliant. And like the guy said before, I'm quite surprised that it's never happened before. And I was saying the other day, it'd be great to have a contestant that's trying to wind things up and stir it up a little bit. And I know it's morally wrong because everybody's starving, but for us as an audience, it's genius.
It's so good.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, everyone's starving. Like, you know, when it's your time to be a leader, you would put your campmates before you know what I mean, and kind of earn that trust and respect.
But it's fantastic.
It is brilliant TV, but I think what it shows is that compared to other years, no one's formed bonds, because I think if you're really friendly with someone, you wouldn't do that. So I just think they haven't bonded as close as everybody else in the past. So they're like, let's just eat it ourselves.
Yeah, it's just so mean, and you're so hungry. Like, who do you think's to blame, Melody?
I feel like Amir instigated it and really needs... Like, did you know Amir means prince in Arabic? No. Not king. It's not king of the jungle.
Oh, really?
So, you know, like, how are you going to be a leader? How are you going to win this if you're not... You know, being a leader, you have to be a king. You have to share. You have to put your people before you. But I don't know. Yeah, I would say Amir. I'm sorry. And then the way he backpedaled as well.
Yeah, it's so
I know.
But it's genius. Even like when he was doing the actual main trial himself and he's dressed as the cat and he's touching the thing and he's screaming, it's just the fact that that's Amir Khan that's doing that. It's incredible.
Unbelievable. Well, guys, we had, earlier on in the app, we had a poll. Would you have eaten the strawberries? And the results are in, guys. Let's have a look what it is. We have 19% of you said, yes, they would have eaten the strawberries, and 81% of you said,
yes,
no, they would not
that
have
makes me
eaten
so
the strawberries.
happy! Yes!
The great British public have spoken. Good people. So, yeah, I mean, essentially, a lot of people disagree with them, Melody.
Yeah, I think it's lame. That's so lame.
We should all be a good person and, like, morally, like I said.
When you're in there,
hilarious
honestly,
to watch on television.
I would have cried. If I was in there and you came back and went, we've ate the strawberries, I'd be crying. I'm like, why have you done this to me, Joel?
Oh, it's just, and every little thing means so much. Like, a grain of rice means everything.
Absolutely.
So, like, and if they would have eaten those strawberries, they would have been full. Like, there's too many.
And
like,
there's all kinds of vitamin C in there.
Exactly.
Strawberries,
the
I'm saying.
vitamin properties of it. Yes, Melody.
Well, I think they missed a trick. They could have walked into camp and said this.
Now I've got a confession.
It's one of her songs, guys. So exciting.
When I grow up, that's right. When you grow up, you'll be the king of the jungle.
Don't
when
you
you're not,
wish you hadn't have done it?
I know, it's so wrong.
Why do you think they confessed, Melody? Like, why do you think they could have kept it to themselves, but they...
Well, see, that's the thing. How can we trust them, really? We know that all of Britain is watching, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, would you have done it? There's an old Southern saying, which is like, if you're going to do a crime, do it by yourself. Because that's what Amir would have done, obviously, you know? And then you're, like, begging your friend not to tell. That's why you just commit murder on your own.
I kind of feel sorry for Iain as well at the same
Not
time.
murder. Not murder.
Ian was definitely, like, peer pressured into doing it. But then when they went back to the camp and Iain went out and was like, it was just me, I was the only one that did it. I was thinking, actually, he's a really nice, sweet person. The fact that he was going to take it all on the chin for himself.
I genuinely think that, because Iain has felt segregated from the group and it's clear that he is isolated to everybody else, I think this was his way of thinking, oh, if I do this with Amir, maybe I'll be accepted in the lads' crew. But then he was even more alone because then Amir didn't back him up. So I felt really bad for Iain.
I felt bad for him because it's also that thing, like, it's a very lad mentality, I think, in that camp. And I think Iain is very much an outsider to that, and it was him trying to sort of fit in. And it just, like, you know, reminds me of myself in school, just, like, trying to, like, fit in with the lads. But you're just like, oh, I love drama.
But then on the other side of that, on the other side of that, when he got back to the camp and he was a bit sullen in front of everyone else, everyone was kicking off, he went into the Telegraph thing and they asked him, would you do it again? And he went, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's true.